My name is Lillian.
And my name is Adele, and we are in Meriden's Student Ambassador Program, which is open to girls in Year 10. We're glad to see that you have joined us online to see and hear about our school.
First, you'll be going on a tour of the senior school campus, which is for students in Year 7 to 12. Then you'll get to hear from our principal and other senior staff, and then you'll get an opportunity to ask questions.
We hope you enjoy the tour.
Welcome to Meriden Senior School campus. Located in the heart of Strathfield, our school is a short walk from Strathfield Station. Let's start our tour on the rooftop, where we have 2 courts that can be adapted to function as full-size tennis, netball and basketball courts. We are now entering the Sports Centre via Margaret Street. This is the school's fitness centre, which is staffed by specialist coaches. Our sports centre contains 2 full-sized courts for training and competitions. The SM Morton Wing is dedicated to science teaching and learning, with classrooms purpose-built to facilitate both theoretical and practical work. The senior school's central courtyard is called the Bell Garden. A bell takes pride of place here, and it's been rung by Meriden girls in celebration of important milestones for over 100 years. As we move through the grounds, you'll see Meriden's heated swimming pool. It's used by the whole school for swimming and water polo training and matches. We are now entering one of the school's beautiful heritage-listed buildings, Wallace Building. As our students climb the stairs to Hudson Library and Research Centre, the portraits of all Meriden's past principals remind us to be women who make their mark. The Lightfield Library has lots of spaces where we can undertake individual and group study and research. We have access to a wide range of hard copy and online resources, and the library staff and the school's research fellow help us to find quality information and to think critically about how to use it in our own work. STEM learning is integral to a Meriden education. The Foundry is an open-plan learning space that allows girls to experiment with a range of cutting-edge technologies that will help us build a brighter future. The reading room enriches our learning through literature. Here we can settle down with a good book or take part in reading and writing clubs and activities. Selborne Lawn is a space where girls gather to relax, play sporting matches and enjoy Meriden's many outdoor festivals and concerts. We are now entering Wallace Auditorium, where girls attend weekly assembly and chapel services and which hosts Meriden girls' renowned performing arts events. Each week, nearly 400 girls take part in music lessons that lead them to this stage and stages around the world. This is one of our design and creative arts classrooms. Meriden girls undertake a range of creative arts subjects and also participate in regular workshops with visiting artists and with the school's artist in residence. Each year, our students' work is selected for Art Express and Shape, alongside the most outstanding HSC major works in the state.
We hope you liked the tour. Of course, there's so much more to Meriden than our impressive facilities. A big part of my school life here at Meriden is participating in co-curricular activities. Meriden offers a wide range of co-curricular activities for all different types of hobbies and interests. If you enjoy public speaking, then you can join Archdale Debating or the Festival of Speech. Girls who like to be challenged can also join the Tournament of Minds competition or the Da Vinci Decathlon. Since 2019, Meriden has also been involved in the Trinity Grammar School Cadet Unit, which allows girls to join cadets as either recruits or leaders.
One aspect I love about Meriden is the community. Meriden has such a welcoming and inclusive community in which everyone gets to know each other. The senior girls support the junior girls, which is really encouraging. Another aspect I love about Meriden is the performing arts. We do a school musical and a drama production every 2 years, which I really look forward to. And I also quite enjoy the class performances, which we do in drama and music.
Now we would like to introduce you to Dr. Greenhalgh, who has been the principal of Meriden since 2007.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to our very first virtual open day. This is a new experience for us. We haven't done this before, but I'm really hoping that even though it is virtual, you really get a sense of the essence of Meriden. So welcome again. As you know, Meriden is a school. We've been a school in Strathfield for over 120 years, and therefore we take our teaching and learning responsibilities very seriously. And this is, of course, how it ought to be. There are lots of features to our academic program at Meriden that contribute to our serious approach to our teaching and learning. So things like a generous and devoted and very well qualified staff, the fact that we have small class sizes, so there's no hiding up the back for any girl. Our class sizes are capped at 24 and the average class size in the senior school at Meriden is 16. We have a great range of elective choices for the girls, and there is lots of additional support. I know that Mrs. Kenny, the Head of Teaching and Learning, will talk a little bit more about these features of the school, but they certainly are important in our approach to our teaching and learning. Our HSC results and all our other academic measures are very good, and it would seem that we are doing a good job with the teaching and learning. But I have to say that the absolute HSC results are not our number one priority. Of course, we're interested in whether girls get 99.95 or 92.05 or whatever it is. But what we really want at the end of their schooling is to see a cohort of girls graduating at their personal bests. And we spend a lot of time talking about PBs. So fortunately, we've had very clever architects who have designed the buildings on the senior school, and they've been positioned so that teachers on duty can see across the school playground very easily. This means that the girls are supervised at all times, but also means that there's lots of opportunity for conversations in the playground. Furthermore, the staff rooms are scattered around the senior school site, and so girls are bumping into their teachers continuously as they move from room to room. And this means that there's the opportunity for lots of incidental and informal conversations, as well as the formal ones, of course, that happen in the classroom. I'm sure in this presentation, Mrs. Anstey, our head of the senior school, will talk more about the pastoral care program that we have at the school and the way that we care and cater for our girls. The school at Meriden is beautiful. We've been blessed with some wonderful new facilities over the last few years. So consequently, the areas of sport and music and STEM and English and history and the library are just magnificent. And I'm currently sitting in one area, the research area of our senior school library, And I don't know what you can see virtually, but I hope that you get to have some understanding of just how beautiful the school grounds are and how helpful and useful the facilities are for the girls. We're very keen for this library space to be available for the girls. So it's open from 7:30 in the morning through to 6 o'clock at night, Monday to Friday, and then again on Saturday from 9 until 2 p.m. And the girls make good use of this great space. I've talked briefly about our academic program, about our pastoral care program and about our facilities, but I think the thing that really sets Meriden apart is the girls. By and large, the girls come from families who are making huge sacrifices to send their girls here. And so consequently, the girls have a real sense of gratitude for being here at the school and for the education that they are receiving. The girls walk out of class at Meriden and turn to their teachers and say thank you at the end of the lessons. That is a very common thing to observe. It actually catches new teachers by surprise to see the girls so grateful for the education that they are receiving. So I think it's true to say that the girls at Meriden value their learning, they're prepared to try hard, and they really are prepared to give it their best shot. And they're well supported by parents who also value education, especially one that's being offered in a Christian environment. Meriden girls tend to fall in love with the school. When they leave, dozens of them come back as casual staff members, so they might be debating coaches or sport coaches or helping out with our student Christian groups. They love to stay connected with the school. In fact, many of them end up teaching here, which is a great joy. So Meriden is a great place to be, and I'm very proud and thankful to be the school principal. And I hope you get a sense of the school through this presentation. Thank you. And now I'll hand over to Mrs. Christine Kenny, who is the Head of Teaching and Learning in the Senior School.
Hello, I'm speaking to you from our foundry, home to drones, virtual reality, robots, planets, and 3D printers. But much more than equipment, the foundry and the learning that happens within it is representative of the creative and innovative approach to curriculum at Meriden. We offer a wide range of electives to engage and challenge the interests of our students. There are pathways in STEM, an opportunity to develop language skills in French, Japanese, Chinese and Latin, a focus on our interaction with the world around us through news and contemporary studies, an encouragement to develop creative skills in ceramics and graphic design. Creativity and innovation also pervade our central curriculum. In English, students are clustered with like minds of similar skill. They are challenged through traditional and 21st century texts to be active and critical thinkers, reflective and analytical writers, confident and articulate speakers, and discerning and responsive listeners. We develop passionate English students who achieve excellence at the highest level in the HSC. In mathematics, students are vertically streamed to deliver the exact level of difficulty required. It's a little like the Goldilocks story, not too easy, not too hard, just right to promote learning and a love of mathematics, which is evident in the success and engagement of our students in HSC mathematics. In science, students are active learners, hypothesising and testing their ideas. Similar to English, students are clustered with those of comparable skills and learn by experimenting and interacting with their teachers and peers. We are very proud of all our scientists, including HSC Science Extension students who develop a research question, formulate a hypothesis, and create a scientific research report and portfolio, investigating and proposing solutions for real-world problems. In addition to the traditional curriculum, students benefit from our lateral learning program. In Year 7, the focus is on research and critical thinking. In workshops, students learn how to use the library and research centre effectively. They write bibliographies, select appropriate and reliable sources, and learn to infer information. Year 7 students develop skills that will be important throughout their education. In Year 8, the lateral learning focus is on speaking. Students debate, enter public speaking competitions, and become more confident and articulate, thinking on their feet. The outlook is global in Year 9 as students are encouraged to understand and interact with the world around them. This outlook sometimes results in students wishing to study overseas. Recently, our students gained admission to Harvard University, Columbia University in New York City, University of Oxford in England, and Imperial College in London. What then are the reasons for our success? One is class size. Research tells us that when teachers alter their practice, smaller classes lead to improved learning outcomes. The teacher has more time for each student and can provide individual feedback and instruction. Our classes are capped at 24 and many of the electives are smaller. Our teachers know their students' strengths and encourage them to take the next step in order to make progress. A second reason is teacher excellence. Our teachers are well-educated, career-long learners. Ongoing professional learning means that they embrace the latest research and teaching ideas. They are up with the latest, collaborate and share and inspire in a collegial way. Our teachers have time to assist students individually. They operate a homework help roster in English, maths and science, providing assistance after school on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Our library is open every Saturday with teacher help on what we call Day 11, every fortnight in specialised areas. Thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, Meriden girls love to learn. The culture is positive and encouraging. It's cool to learn and to excel. I look forward to seeing your daughter learning at Meriden. And now I'd like to introduce you to Mrs. Julia Anstey, Head of Senior School.
At Meriden, we make sure that every student is known and every student's unique set of skills and gifts is drawn out and her potential realised. We know that learning is emotional, so we try to get the emotional content and context of each student just right. And that means having a really good program in the pastoral care area of the school. In the pastoral care structure, we have year coordinators. So your daughter will have a year coordinator. She will also have a tutor. And in Year 7, tutor groups are really small, so she'll be in with about 8 students. And that tutor will take care of your daughter all year, answer her questions and get her really well settled in Year 7. We also have 3 counsellors who can answer any questions to do with emotional problems, but also to help with study skills and other issues. We also have a school nurse who is a registered nurse for any physical issues that arise during the school day. And she is housed in a very well-equipped healthcare centre. We have a theme in Year 7, which is friendship and responsibility. And we focus on these things very, very firmly. So your daughter will be doing sessions on how to be a good friend, and the tutors will help her to settle in and to make friendships. Also to become more organised, so how to have a good locker, how to use her school planner well, and also how to get to class on time, all those practical issues we look after in the pastoral program. We also very highly value the partnership that we have with parents. So every week your daughter will write in her planner everything to do for the week, and you will sign that. And you'll also see in the planner any messages there may be from the tutor or from classroom teachers, and that is one of our methods of communication. We also communicate by phone or email. The first point of call is the year coordinator for any pastoral issue. The pastoral program is very well woven into other areas of the school, such as the PDHPE program, the chaplaincy program, the lateral learning program. And so we look at issues across those areas, and we cover those in the pastoral care sessions that we have after recess each day. So we look at things like safety on public transport, safety with ICT, body image, also health talks such as how to look after your skin, how to look after your hearing, your teeth, those sort of physical things as well as emotional things. Because we realise that we need to have girls feel very much at home and comfortable so that the learning comes very easily. We're very proud of our pastoral care system, and we know that your daughter will be very well cared for at Meriden.
Hello, my name is Talitha.
And my name is Holly, and we're student ambassadors. Meriden gives us lots of opportunities to serve the community. We all participate in house activities which assist vital charities, and in Year 9 we have the opportunity to go on a service trip. Last year I spent a week working on community service projects in Fiji. It was an amazing experience that really opened my eyes to the world and our social responsibility.
I went on a service trip to Teacher, which is a small Indigenous community 200 kilometres north of Alice Springs. During the week that we were there, we served and loved the community by teaching in the school. The whole week was so amazing and eye-opening for all of us there. Holly and I are also a part of student Christian groups, which meet during lunchtimes and talk about the Bible and talk about life. Leadership is a crucial part of SEG, and it's both taught us so much.
And now we'd like to introduce you to Meriden's chaplain, Reverend Moss.
A question that you may have is, what's the difference? What's the difference between a Christian school like Meriden and others? Is it that we run chapel each week? Is it that we teach Christian education as a subject? Or that we hold lunchtime Bible studies? Well, we do all of those things and more, but I think the difference goes a little deeper than that. The difference is how we view your daughter. She is more than good marks. She is more than trophies. She is more than achievements. You see, the difference is we believe that she has been created in the image of God. We believe that God's Son Jesus died in her place. This makes your daughter incredibly special to us. And this makes a difference to how we view education. Education is more than a number at the end. Education is all about enabling your daughter to be all that she was created and designed to be. To know the one in whose image she was made. To enable her to love and serve just as Jesus loved and served us. A Meriden education enables us to understand ourselves, to understand the world that we live in so that we can live wisely and lovingly in God's world. No matter what faith tradition that you may be from, maybe faith doesn't play a role for you at all. No matter what, Meriden is a great place for your daughter because we want to join with you in enabling her to be all that she was created and designed to be.
Hello, I'm Eduarda.
And I'm Trisha. One of the things I love about Meriden is that we are always encouraged to give things a go, and teacher support enables us to try new things. My favourite subject is iSTEM, which is an integrated subject of science, maths, engineering and technology. Some of the projects we work on include programming robots and solving aeronautical engineering problems. And I love this subject because it's practical, hands-on, and very relevant in our day-to-day lives. The teachers also encourage us to be very inventive. And last year I designed a flood detection and alarm system, which won first place at the Young Scientist Awards. We are also given many extracurricular activities which we are able to participate in. And these include debating, public speaking competitions, the Da Vinci Decathlon, and science Olympiads, of which I have taken part in as well.
As you can see, we're in the main entrance to our sports centre. Sport is very popular at Meriden, and there are about 13 different sports to try. My favourite sports are water polo and netball, as I love how encouraging and friendly the coaches and students are. Meriden's sports program has not only helped further develop my skills, but has also allowed me to meet new people and become closer with the students in the years above and below. Now, we would like to introduce you to Mr. Raw, our Director of Sport, Following that, you'll hear about a phenomenal music program from Mrs. Spooner Ryan, our Director of Music.
Here's Mr. Raw.
At Meriden, our programs are designed to help the needs of beginners right through to our student athletes who compete at an elite level and are supported by our Olympus program. Our junior school and senior school sport programs assist in a girl's rapid integration into the school culture. Through sport, students can become confident, responsible, well-rounded and resilient. Our students' efforts on and off the sporting arenas are always positive and passionate as we strive for success. In our junior school, sport begins in Year 1 with our Years 1 to 2 sport clubs that are offered once a week on site. Our Years 3 to 6 students have the opportunity to train and play in matches in termly IPSHA sport competitions. If selected, girls also have the opportunity to represent the school annually at the IPSHA Athletics, Cross Country and Swimming and Diving Championships. In the senior school, Meriden continues to be one of the most successful schools in the Independent Girls Schools Sporting Association, along with other invitational competitions. Each year, IGSA hosts Saturday morning sporting competitions and annual championships. Students who register for a Saturday sport will have 2 training sessions per week, either before or after school. Students who register for a Saturday sport will have 2 training sessions per week, either before or after school. All students who trial for a Saturday sport are placed into a graded team regardless of their ability. The Meriden app is where all updates occur for parents and students, including training session days, times, venues, and any cancellations. Throughout the year, students also have the opportunity, if selected, to represent Meriden at the IGSA Athletics, Cross Country, Tilsley Tennis, and Swimming and Diving Championships. Meriden sports staff are professionals who have achieved significant results in their chosen sports. The sports team is dedicated to teaching and inspiring our students to achieve their performance goals. Mr. Ross Anton is our head tennis coach. Coach Ross manages our tennis academy program and all tennis matters. The academy offers a range of programs that caters for all players from first-timers right through to Australian ranked players and entry levels in between. Mrs. Nicole Bergman-Stewart is our head athletics coach. Coach Nicole is a 3-time Olympian who oversees and develops students' athletics potential across all disciplines. Training is held at Sydney Olympic Park and is aimed towards competing at the annual Inter-Schools Championships. Miss Chloe Wilcox is our head water polo coach. Coach Chloe is a Great Britain Olympian and, along with other specialist coaches, aims to develop all the skill levels and abilities of our girls whilst continuing to strive for state, national and international success. Mr. Ryan Richards is our Olympus Program Coordinator. Meriden's Olympus program is designed to help to cater for our high intake of student athletes who compete at an elite level. The Olympus Futures program is also established to expand opportunities for Meriden's elite sports girls beyond secondary school and to assist them in directing their learning to achieve their tertiary study goals. Miss Belinda Wilcox is our junior school sport coordinator and, along with a great sports administration team, helps to coordinate all sport matters. Our students are fortunate to use state-of-the-art facilities. The Sports Centre is used for tennis in terms 1 and 4 and badminton, basketball and netball in terms 2 and 3. The Fitness Centre is used all year round for any student wishing to attend student fitness groups, as well as being used for all other sport programs. The pool is heated and used all year round for swimming and water polo, as well as diving classes in the warmer months. And now I hand you over to our Director of Music, Mrs. Jodie Spooner Ryan.
There's been a long tradition of excellence in music here at Meriden, and this excellence ranges from across all areas of music, including performance, composition, musicology and listening. And this starts right down at pre-kindergarten level with our specialist music teachers delivering specialist music classes with our 4 and 5-year-olds. This sequential progression goes from prep school all the way to the junior school and through to the senior school, right up to HSC, where we offer all 3 courses in Music 1, Music 2 and Music Extension. Our classroom programs are rigorous and offering many opportunities for our students, especially in performance, where we encourage our girls to bring their instruments to class and play. This is streamlined with our co-curricular program, and the music ensembles at Meriden are vast. Our academic results have been outstanding, and we are often receiving encore nominations. Our performance is also nicely tailored with our co-curricular program, where we offer a plethora of ensembles including choirs, string orchestras, 2 symphonic orchestras and several bands right from the junior school up into the senior school. We pride ourselves on our Sinfonia, which is our intermediate symphony orchestra, where we are able to combine our junior school and senior school students and offer symphonic repertoire. This is a great progression then to our symphony orchestra, which is a highly developed orchestra playing professional orchestral repertoire. The foundation of our performance starts in our junior school, and we offer an instrumental program in years 3 and 5, where each girl is given a wind, brass or string instrument and taught by specialised tutors in these performance lessons. If a student already has an instrument, then they perform in performance classes where they bring their own instrument to school and perform in a mini ensemble, string orchestra or a mini band in year 3 and 5. We cater for a diverse range of students, and in our ensembles we are also having rock band, percussion ensemble, flute ensemble, clarinet ensemble and brass ensemble. There are over 400 girls involved in our instrumental program here at Meriden. One highlight of our performance program is the Amadeus program. This is offered to girls who are performing at an outstanding level. They are involved in special recitals, masterclasses and other workshop opportunities. Musical theatre is also a big part of our music program here at Meriden, and we offer a specialist class for music theatre in Year 8. This is a developmental opportunity for girls who are interested in singing, acting and dancing. They are then trained and have the opportunity to audition for our senior school musical, which is held every 2 years. We also offer a musical in our junior school every 2 years, and our year 5 and 6 girls love the opportunity to sing, dance and act in this forum. A significant part of the Meriden music program is the Meriden Music Academy, where students are able to have a one-on-one individual lesson in voice, any string, wind or brass instrument, as well as theory of music, musicianship and speech and drama. There are over 420 students who participate each week in the Meriden Music Academy program. You are able to hire an instrument through the Music Academy, and you are able to have Saturday lessons upon tutor availability. Over the previous years, girls have had opportunities to participate in music festivals both here at Meriden and outside of school. Often these include statewide, national or even international tours. Music is an integral part of the life of the school here at Meriden. We look forward to welcoming any questions that you have about the music program here, and look forward to meeting your daughter and hearing all about their musical instrument and their musical experiences.
Thank you, Ms. Spooner Ryan. Hi, I'm Heather and I have been part of the music program for 3 years. I'm currently in the Symphony Orchestra, Chamber Strings and the choir. I'm also in the Amadeus program, which has helped me achieve my music goals, such as attaining my LMSA last year. Next up is our Q&A session.
Well, hello everybody. We're moving into the Q&A section of our open day. I hope you've found the talks and presentations interesting so far. Please feel free to send through your questions. We're here ready to answer them, and actually I really enjoy answering questions about this great school. Let me introduce the people who are with me. I have Mrs. Lisa Brown. Lisa is the head of campus on the senior school, and she is the one who is receiving the questions, so she'll be the one who's directing them to me. And Mrs. Gina Malley is our registrar. Many of you will have had conversations with Gina, and she's a wealth of information about the school.
Thank you.
So welcome everybody to the Q&A. Lisa, any questions?
Yes, we sure already have some questions coming through. So I will start with the first question to you, Dr. Greenhalgh.
Right.
What are some of the unique features of Meriden?
How long have I got? I'd love to talk at length about this.
Yeah.
But briefly, there are many features of the school. Firstly, the school is diverse. We are culturally diverse. We are geographically diverse. Our girls come from all over Sydney. And I think you would agree, Gina, that's one of the advantages of being at Strathfield. Strathfield Station is a wonderful station. Busy but not congested, very well patrolled, and every train seems to stop at Strathfield. And so consequently, the girls come from all over Sydney because they can. Blue Mountains, Central Coast, would you believe? We have a couple of girls down south, more and more girls from Sutherland Shire, and of course closer to the school. So we are geographically diverse. We are also socioeconomically diverse. We have, yes, we have some families who are wealthier perhaps than others, but we have a large number of families, majority of families, who are making huge sacrifices to send their girls here.
That's great.
And so consequently, yeah, we are a very diverse school. So that's one of the features of Meriden. I think another feature for me is just the attention that we pay to the individual girl. We really want to cater for her. So consequently, we have small class sizes. We have a range of electives, trying to ensure that every girl finds a subject area that she enjoys and excels at. We have a wide co-curricular program, Lisa, which you oversee and can vouch for. So just opportunities for every girl to have a moment in the sun and to really shine. That is certainly a feature of the school. I think another feature of the school is just the sense of joy that the girls have at being here. It is a happy school. There is dancing and music at lunchtime and just fun. The girls take their learning very seriously, don't get me wrong, but they love being here, and they're kind to one another. They like being with one another. They adore working with their teachers. And there is a sense of appreciation for the school. They notice little things around the school and are grateful for it. So I think they're three of the unique features, just our demographics, how we cater for the girls, and the tone of the school.
Yeah, definitely. Just to add to that, I see the relationship between students as well, very much in that vertical nature of our Year 7 girls mixing with Year 9 and Year 10 girls, and everyone seems to know each other, which is another unique feature. Yes. All right, our next question is coming through. And again to you, Dr. Greenhalgh, does Meriden offer the IB as well as the HSC?
No, it doesn't. We are proudly an HSC school, and we think we do that very well. We don't feel we have the need to offer the IB. The HSC well suits girls, I believe. Many of our girls have chosen their tertiary pathway by the end of Year 10. They know what they want to do. And so this often involves specialisation. And the HSC allows the girls to do things like 3 languages or 3 sciences or lots of history. And so that specialisation is one of the benefits, we think, of the HSC.
And so we really invest our time into doing the HSC well. I think to do both credentials well, you would need a very large school and a very large staff, bigger than what Meriden is, because ideally I think you'd probably need 2 teams, one as an IB team and one as an HSC team, and we're not of that size, but we wouldn't want to be. We're very proudly an HSC school, and we think we do it well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the perceptions with IB is you need it to be able to study internationally. Now we've had a fresh question come through regarding a Year 12 student that went on to study at Harvard and other international unis. Would you like to explain a little bit about that great moment?
Yes, I think that's an interesting point about the HSC. More and more it is becoming known internationally. It's a very large credential now. 80,000 students sit for the HSC every year.
Correct.
And it is well accepted now internationally. So we have girls every year, as we know, who go to universities overseas. I think it was about 6 last year, 4 to the USA, 1 to Oxford and 1 to the National University in Seoul. So we have girls going overseas with their HSC credentials and HSC results every year, and that's been our pattern now for 10 years.
At least 10 years, yes.
Yes, so yes, I think once upon a time you needed a perhaps IB to do that, but that's past. At the HSC is great credential now.
Yeah,
certainly is.
And a wonderful experience to hear from those girls when they do come back and share that with their peers. Okay, so next question, I might take this one because it's regarding sport. So the question is sport compulsory? We have an excellent and high achieving sport program at Meriden, but we also have a really well established participation program. The majority of our girls choose to play sport. However, in Year 7 and 8, we do request that the girls do a minimum of 2 sports per year. Now, there's lots of benefits of sport, academic benefits, social benefits, well-being benefits, and so it's I guess, something that we're proud of and strongly recommend to the girls to do those 2 sports per year. Of course, then once they get through Year 8, sport is completely optional. But also interesting to note that the majority of our girls do continue to choose their sport. When they get to Year 12, we give awards to girls who've continued their sport progress through from Year 7 and even from junior school. And that number is rising every year of girls who are continuing that level of participation.
That's right. And sorry, Lisa, if I could just interrupt you there. My own daughters attended Meriden. They're now 32 and 29, but they loved their sport. And after Year 8, they said, "Mum, we're still doing our sport." And they did sport right through to Year 12, and they even continued to do their co-curricular till Year 12. So the school offers so many opportunities for our girls, and my daughters always thank myself and their father. Thank you for sending us to such a wonderful school. So the opportunities are there, and my girls always talk about, "Mum, Meriden developed us as all-rounders because of the opportunities that were open to them." So yes, thank you.
I think the importance of sport is well known and is in a lot of the educational research. So its ability to make friends through sport, to of course be physically fit, as you've mentioned, but the impact of physical activity on cognitive development is now well known. And so I don't think it's any coincidence that our high achieving students also play sport.
That's right.
I totally agree. And sometimes I do wonder who chooses the sport more? Is it the students or the parents? Because there is certainly a social aspect of the parents meeting on the sidelines of Saturday sport each week and getting to know each other, which is also a great thing to get to know the parents of your daughter's friends is important as well.
And having a chat with the principal, dare I say.
Right. Yes, a regular attender at Saturday Sport for sure.
Indeed.
Okay, our next question then to Mrs. Malley. Let's go with you. And a timely question, I suppose. Do we have any places available for Year 7 in 2022?
That's a great question, thank you. Look, currently we do have some places for Year 7 2022, but we always like to tell prospective families, if you're interested in the school, please put in your applications in as soon as possible. Places are becoming less and less possible at the school. We're very, very popular. People are wanting to send their daughters to Meriden. In fact, I have applications up until 2032, and even more to say that I have applications that have come in that the children haven't even been born yet, and the child is unknown, and each year, if they haven't been born yet, they ring me up and say, oh, Mrs. Malley, no, we haven't had a baby yet, or no, it's a boy this time, so can you just keep us on the list? So it's really, really important to send in your applications as soon as possible.
Oh, to be so super organised.
Yes, exactly.
Great point.
And hopeful.
Okay, next question that's come freshly through the list as well to you, Dr. Greenhalgh. Is there bullying at our school, and how do we deal with it?
Yeah, great question. There was some very important research done, it's a while ago now, but it talked about the physical way that schools can structure themselves to minimise bullying. And I really took this research on board when I started at Meriden a long time ago now. But the research showed two things. Firstly, it showed that you need to have your staff rooms scattered all over the school in order to minimise bullying, and you need to have buildings that aren't too tall. In other words, you need to have buildings where staff can easily go between 1 or 2 levels only. And that's what we have adopted here. So our staff rooms are scattered all over the school. Our buildings are not tall. And this means that the girls are bumping into teachers all the time. The teachers are all over the school, and there is no denying the fact that teacher supervision reduces bullying. So I'm very pleased with the way that our school has been built, because it does mean that the teacher presence is very obvious. Is there bullying? I think occasionally, perhaps a couple of times a year, we have girls who do inappropriate things on their laptop, usually from home. We have great firewalls and protection with our IT system at school, but at home, I think sometimes they get on the family computer and send nasty messages or text messages to other girls in the year group. And interestingly, we usually find out about this the very next morning, because girls who are either receiving these things or hear about these unkind messages are outraged. And so they come and tell senior staff the next morning, and we are onto it immediately by phoning parents. So we're contacting the parents. We love contacting parents about the little things, but also about the big things. The communication channel is very readily accessible here at Meriden, and so we're onto it. And
certainly are.
Yes, and there are consequences for that. Hopefully at home, but certainly at school.
Correct.
So we're onto it. There is a little bit occasionally, usually online from home, but we still resolve that issue.
Yeah, great. And still all part of the education progress process for the girls too.
For those girls, yes.
Okay, next question. Does Meriden offer scholarships? Between you two, I think we can cover that
I'll let you go first, Dr.
Okay,
Greenhalgh.
yes we do. So for girls coming into Year 7, they can apply for an academic scholarship or a music scholarship. There is a process that is outlined on the website about that. It starts in about November.
The 1st of November. applications will become open to all families. So daughters need to be in Year 6 2021 to apply for Year 7 2022 scholarships. And we also offer Year 9 sports scholarships for 2022. So if parents would like to visit our website and follow the enrolment link, and there's a scholarship section there, and you just need to click on which scholarship you're interested in, and it will then take you through the application process. In addition to that, it will also outline the minimum criteria for the music and the sports scholarships. Now, our scholarships will close next year, on the 5th of February next year. So parents will need to get their applications in by the 5th of February.
And the sports scholarship for Year 9 has a lovely story behind it. It's actually the result of a bequest to the school from an old girl, and she stipulated that it needed to be a sports scholarship. So that one is very special to us.
It certainly is.
Great, thank you.
How are we going?
Yeah, they're coming in. So next one I think I can cover quite easily, because it's what co-curricular activities can my daughter do at Meriden. We have a broad co-curricular program. I mentioned already sport and some of the sport opportunities. Of course, in addition to our Saturday sport, competitive sports, we do student fitness groups, and we have some sports that are available to train in the afternoons and so on that don't really require the Saturday commitment. We have a multitude of music ensembles and orchestras and smaller groups for the girls to join. There's our renowned senior singers groups and our symphony orchestra and so on. And then of course, in addition to our sport and music, we have many other co-curricular activities that are really open to the girls to try and choose what they like. These range from chess club to debating to mock trial to the media team. We have our green team, so our environmental group. Probably two of the largest ones would be our Duke of Edinburgh program and our cadets program. Yes. So cadets has only recently started over the last 2 years, and we do our cadets program in partnership with Trinity Grammar School, where we're part of the same cadet unit, which is a great opportunity for our girls to learn how to work with the Trinity boys, how to lead the Trinity boys, how to be led by the Trinity boys, and so on. And it's astoundingly popular. Took us quite by surprise how popular it became. And that cadet program is available to students once they reach term 4 of Year 7. And that's an option for them to choose. And of course they do weekly activities and some camps as well. So we have a parent forum at the start of every year, a parent expo, where you can receive more information about all of the co-curricular activities. And that can become a time for parents to ask many questions. And of course we like the girls to come and seek out some information as well.
Definitely.
So they'll get that early in the year.
Yes, I think it's probably important to emphasise the co-curricular program. What we are finding in New South Wales at the moment, and probably Australia-wide, is that universities are placing a lot of importance on the co-curricular portfolio of applicants who want to, or students who want to go to that university. So while HSC results remain important, what the universities are saying to us is that good results alone are no longer good enough. And more universities are offering early entry schemes where students can get into university courses well before they have done their HSC exams. And that is based on portfolio and interview. And the universities are looking for things like teamwork, community service, leadership skills, and all of that comes through our co-curricular program. And so we place a lot of importance on this program, but also on the girls compiling an impressive portfolio, so that when they are in Year 12 and they want to apply for these early entry places at university, that they really are at the top of the university's list. And we've probably got 3 dozen girls in Year 12 even at the moment who have been guaranteed university places, and they're still weeks out from their HSC. So the co-curricular program serves lots of purposes. It's good for the girls, but also down the track it can prove to be very helpful.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Okay, next question then. Meriden is obviously an Anglican school. Is attending chapel compulsory for all students?
Yes, it is. Yes, we are proudly a Christian school in the Anglican tradition. We have a weekly chapel service for students, and yes, every student attends that service. We have students from lots of different faith backgrounds or from with no faith, but we still think that an understanding of the Christian faith is an important part of a good education. And so it's, yes, all students attend chapel.
All right, Mrs. Malley, another question for you now. What are the entry years that a student might come into the Meriden community?
Very good question. Thank you, Mrs. Brown. Look, our main entry points are pre-kindergarten, then kindy, but kindergarten has very, very limited places. So if you're looking at starting your daughter's education from the beginning, we do recommend sending your daughters from pre-kindy. Usually that's when they're 4 years of age. Then after that we have a main entry point in Year 5, Year 7 and Year 10. So they're our main entry points at Meriden.
Thank you, Mrs. Malley. Okay, the Meriden mobile phone policy. We've got a couple of questions that have come up related to this. What is our mobile phone policy?
Very good. Many of our girls travel great distances to be at Meriden. I've mentioned that before. So we understand that parents want to be able to contact the girls just to remind them, don't forget you're going to the dentist this afternoon. So we allow the girls to have mobile phones at school. However, they need to be kept in their lockers. The girls can access messages from mum at lunchtime or after school, but the phone during the school day remains in the locker. Every now and then a girl forgets, and there have been 1 or 2 times when we've heard a mobile phone ring in chapel or ring in assembly, and you can just see the girls put their head in their hands and go, oh no, because sadly the phone will be confiscated for a few days if it is found not to be in the locker.
That's right.
That's right. Even more mortifying when it's a staff member's phone that rings during chapel. Okay, next question then to you, Dr. Greenhalgh. Do we have any expansion plans at Meriden, either in students or in buildings? Good question.
Yes, well, one of the roles of the principal of a school, along with the school council, is to ensure that the facilities are up to date and cater for our girls, and certainly we are doing that all the time here at Meriden. So we've just opened, last week we've opened an extension to the Denise Thomas building in the junior school, which caters well for music and STEM. We are planning at the moment to build a building that will cater for music and drama on the senior school site. Approval came through at the very end of last term. We're just finalising the tender process at the moment, and we're hoping to start that construction at the beginning of next term. So yes, is that an expansion? Yes, the building will be a little bit bigger than the current music building. We're knocking down the old building and putting a better building in its place. So it is a little bit bigger than what we've got at the moment. But we're on a relatively small site, and so we cannot build too much, and we are mindful of that. So we want to keep plenty of area for the girls to play sport, but still offer the best facilities.
Yeah, exciting times for sure. Okay, our next question, what sort of device do the girls use? Do they even use a device for their classes?
Yes, very much so. We mandate the laptop that the girls need to purchase for Year 7, and the shelf life of a laptop is usually 3 years, so that laptop sees them through until the end of Year 9. And then when they get into Year 10, Our IT facilities are robust enough to cater for any device. So there is choice in Year 10.
Yeah, sure.
So the girls can bring whatever device suits them, but also whatever device is going to best cater for the electives that they're heading towards for Years 11 and 12.
That's right.
So a mandated laptop in Years 7 to 9, and then they can choose from Year 10.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
Okay, our parent involvement. So how can parents become involved in the school? I think we have 3 main parent groups. I think you'd agree. Our P&F, our Meriden Foundation, and our Friends of Meriden Sport. And they would be the 3 community groups. But as I mentioned before, parental involvement at Saturday Sport and the support that gives to the girls is really another important feature as well.
Certainly.
And attendance at concerts and parent-teacher interviews and parent forums, and yes, parents enjoy the relationship that they have with the school. So we tend to get strong parent attendance at school functions.
Yep.
And they are warmly welcomed. We like it.
Yeah. And I think it's an important feature of keeping that communication open between the parents and the school. So yeah, definitely something that we all appreciate there. Next question, will my daughter get to go on camps? I think that I can safely cover this one. We have a number of camps that go away each year. We have camps that are involved in year groups. So for example, our Year 8 camp, which is traditionally known as the survival camp. They have all survived previously on survival camp, and that is our usual expedition camp where the girls sleep in tents, enjoy the great outdoors and do some kayaking and some hiking. Our Year 9 camp focus then is very service oriented, and we offer a variety of interstate and some international opportunities for girls to engage in service activities on Year 9 camp, as well as a local option as well. In addition to the year group camps though, we have camps that cover many of the co-curricular areas as well. So our music camp is always very well attended. We have our Christian group camp, which we do in conjunction with Trinity Grammar School as well. And we, from time to time, also have regular overseas tours, which are usually related to academic study. So, for example, the history tour is one tour that we have plans underway for, but many different areas for camps. And like I mentioned earlier, cadets has a robust camp program, and our Duke of Edinburgh girls all participate in camp too. Which is one of the great ways for the girls to develop their resilience and some risk-taking behaviours and managing risks and so on.
Well, I think we've come to the end of our time for the Q&A.
Yeah.
I think you've probably noticed we could talk forever about the school. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to us, and we hope we've answered some of the questions that you might have about the school. Bye for now.
Thank you.